Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Voice of Reason. Yo, we up in here getting this sound check cracking. Shit's about to go down in the town. We got a heater of a topic. Yo, YouTube fam, welcome to the show. I'm sending each and every one of you a personal greeting. You underdig? Hey, let's go. Let's get it cracking. You see the topic. You can check the description box for all the questions. Hey, let's go. Tell everybody. Let everybody know what's up. Chat room, what up? It's Friday. On the Friday side of the game, Yep. That shit go dumb, don't it? Woof. That shit goes dumb. Aw, shit. Kurt, 523, you already know what it is. Gemini side of the game. We coming. Mentally restless. Woo. Tell everybody, share this video. Share the video. Hit the like button. Share the video. Let's go. Share the video. Hit the like button. Share the video. Come on, y'all. Let's go. Yeah. I'm gonna hit the like button right now myself.
You're listening to Dash Talk,
your one-stop shop for compelling relationships,
religious,
comedic,
economic, current events,
and big-time
game.
Biatch! Let's go.
This is Dash Talk,
the spot where you're limiting beliefs.
Get bitch slapped.
Look who just walked in the building. Ready to cut up. I know it's Friday, it's payday. Y'all better share the wealth. We got black-owned businesses. I want everybody to hit that super chat button, hit that like button. Let's get it popping all the way through.
This is Dash Talk.
The spot where you're limiting beliefs.
Get bitch slapped.
Yup.
Dash Talk.
It's the place where the conversation always leaves you with more questions than answers.
Answers.
Y'all feeling the track? Y'all feeling the vibe? The voice of reason about to go live in less than 30 minutes. Whoop, whoop. Hey, come on. Put your hand on her waist right now. Put your hand on her waist. You under dig? Just put your hand on her waist right now. This is how you do it right now. Let me see where I got you. I need your face. There you go. Raj! On some royal shit, you know. So right now, go get your libations, go get your tea, go get your drink, go get your food, because in a minute, we gonna light this bitch up. Huh?
You're not gonna tell me the topic?
I didn't send you the topic. I hit you, didn't I? I'm sorry, Charlie Murphy. I hit you, didn't I? I'm sorry, Charlie Murphy. Shit's all over. Aw, shit. It's about to go down in the town, ladies and gentlemen.
That's the cute ass shit.
It's about to go down.
Look, I don't know. I'm like, she heard. I really don't. If I see you, I go down.
Type in your number. Hey, put your hand right on her waist right now. Please let the callers live this show. Okay. Boy, if you don't shut your mouth. I try to get in as many callers as I possibly can. I do not control, you underdig, whatever difficulty is going on with the phone lines. I simply don't. We try to get in as much as we can. Listen, this ain't the Starship Enterprise, okay? This might be one of the smaller ships. Huh? So this is the Persian king guard, the Assyrians and the Sumerians. Yeah. I just come in on the royal side of the game. I always got to represent royalty. That's how I get in. This king shit. You understand? Libations. Wipers. Wipers. I am through defecating. Wipers. Nah, I got you.
You see the stalker that got arrested today?
I'm up in here. Let the world know. Leave us. Leave us. I'm rocking that fly Ram Omar. That's what they commenting on. Yep. Say what? Ooh, nigga. Damn. Wow. Y'all better let everybody know what's happening. The voice of reason is about to be live. What we got? 12 minutes. Leave us. There's nothing wrong. I'm concerned because there's nothing wrong. Ha! What? I've never been married. I ain't fucking with that shit.
I got married. It wasn't bad. I got divorced. That wasn't bad either.
This is the depth of relationship dumbassification.
And I have
A
some
thought-provoking
today.
conversation with the voice of reason. An exploration into why you and your girl just can't relate. The world is tuned in to the voice of reason, blowing up the foxhole every Thursday evening. If your man is tripping, then talk to Zoe before you leave. Maybe y'all can make it work, and if not, he can tell you exactly how to tell him to kick rocks. Intelligence with lots of comedy. It's not your average show. It's ZoWilliams, the voice of reason on Foxhole Radio.
That shit is beautiful. What's that? No? No?
Oh, I love that. You know, that's my shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that track. Produced by Joseph Lineberg.
Pacification.
Did you see the little
They caught already.
Huh?
This This is the depth of relationship dumbassification. A thought-provoking conversation with the voice of reason. An exploration into why you and your girl just can't relate. The world is tuned in to the voice of reason, blowing up the foxhole every Thursday evening. If your man is tripping, then talk to Zoe before you leave. Maybe y'all can make it work, and if not, he can tell you exactly how to tell him to kick rocks. Intelligence with lots of comedy. It's not your average show. It's ZoWilliams, the voice of reason on Foxhole Radio.
That shit is beautiful. Nice. Dope. Man, the foxhole was so sick. This is what the voice of reason sounded like on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. No, Thursday night at 7 p.m. I went from 7 to 9. Shit was lit.
Right. Wasn't Robin on your show?
Robin Thede was a co-host. Robin Thede and Jeff Brown. Love Matters Revealed. Get your copy now. ZoWilliams.com. The coldest relationship CD in the game. So many professionals, so many clinicians, so many regular folk. Damn, everybody is saying this CD is the fire. Love Matters Revealed. Go to ZoWilliams.com and get your copy now. Also, get your copy of the Relationship Dismount, How to Stick the Landing When Exiting a Toxic Relationship. The paperback version is available now at Amazon.com. Please go get the paperback version. Please, please, please. I'm pushing that. You on the dig? And then, of course, my favorite energy drink. You already know. My favorite. Total package energy. I'm on it now. Done had 2 bottles. I'm gonna be up all night. You guys gotta let everybody know, man, to share this live link. I'm sharing it to Twitter right now. This track is produced by James Broadway. James Broadway, DJ Broadzilla. Good looking Brian Hampshire. Tone was lit on his show last week. I see he getting them notes right. Need that same energy tonight, fam. They calling you out, Tone. They love your show from last week, man. Brian Hampshire just dropped 20. Hey, y'all keep hitting me. This shirt is Omar. I'm rocking the attire of the king of Assyria, what is known as modern-day Persia. Rock the royal garb of those motherfucking Sumerians. You know, the modern humans, as soon as we leave Africa, we establish kingdoms everywhere. know what you wearing. I'm not wearing Versace's. That's they shit. I'm a royal god king. Look at me. Leave us. Bring us libations. My guest ought to be fed and treated well. We got 10 minutes before showtime. Tonight's topic, the failure of black marriages. Oh man, black marriages, black marriage and divorce. How do we fix it? It's gonna struggle. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. In a minute, we're gonna go live on radio, Dash Radio. If you have any issues hearing the audio, I want you to go to dashradio.com/talk. That's dashradio.com/talk. Or you can download the Dash Radio app.
Dash Talk.
It's the place where the conversation always leaves you with more questions than...
You're listening to Dash Talk.
Your one-stop shop for compelling relationship,
Political, religious,
comedic,
economic, current events,
and big-time sports game.
Biatch!
I got these beats slapping. Let's go to Old Faithful. Hey! This shit about to be fire! Fire in the minds of men. I want everybody in the chat room to hit the like button. You underdig? Everybody hit the like button.
You're listening to Dash Talk.
Your one-stop shop for compelling relationship,
Political, religious,
comedic,
economic, current events,
and big-time sports game.
Biatch!
Huh? That's right. Exactly. Dad just got off from work. Zoe, I'm in Oakland. I got hell yeah, you can send me beats. Hell yeah. My email is on this YouTube page. Send it to me. If the beats are slapping, I fuck with them. They gotta slap though, and I gotta have permission to play them. Toronto in this bitch, or should we say low? 5 minutes until showtime. I'm telling you right now. Share it, share it, share it. Let everybody know what's cracking. Share this show with everybody you know, because it's about to go.
So,
Yeah.
Sue's the first player.
Wow. His mama?
His mama, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That hurt. You said something, show me these. Oh shit. I forgot all about it. Here we go. 4 minutes. Hold on. Hey, whoever's audio is on, turn it off. All right. Right now, share this with everybody.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on because it takes two to tango and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane. Got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games. Man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light. The light.
Become your cellmate.
Does black love still exist?
What are your bedroom turnoffs?
Fantasies and fetishes.
Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right? Is there something wrong?
He told me he had a pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my nip.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
ZoWilliams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Voice of Reason, the final installment of this week. We do this show 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 5 to 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If this is your first time tuning in to the Voice of Reason, please understand what it is that we do. We go after the flaws in our relationship beliefs, the flaws in our relationship concepts. All relating is built on conceptual thinking. And most concepts are born out of fear, born out of trauma, and we never challenge these beliefs. We just try to build on of them. It's fucking impossible to build on a broken belief. But it's our job to do the real shit, the real work. Welcome to the Voice of Reason, ladies and gentlemen. Friday edition. We got a full house up in this motherfucker this evening. And we're going to hold church. I know people don't like going to church when they listen to these shows, but goddammit, we going to church and we passing the basket.
Right. Wow. Money that folds.
I'm ZoWilliams, often referred to as the voice of reason. I should be called the voice of reason sometimes because I'm Gemini. There's another twin over there saying, did that nigga say that?
Right.
You know how the other twin be like, did you hear that? So being a Gemini means you got to keep that other twin in check. You know what I mean? But Pisces, y'all know.
Oh, I know.
You got 2 fish.
Oh, yeah.
You got to keep one of them fish in check. One of them fish got teeth.
Right. One of them teeth don't play.
I'm glad I'm the stable voice in here.
You are the crazy voice in here. Hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's topic is going to be absolutely fire. I want you to get to your phone lines. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. That's 323-230-4610. I'm ZoWilliams, the voice of reason, in the studio with the homies. I got my homeboy Antonio Moore, lawyer, radio personality, intellectual irritant to many. He gonna shake it up in this smug.
I'm incognito tonight.
He has a show tonight right after this one. It will be live. What's the name of your show?
Tone Talks. We're gonna be talking about the end of Black celebrity.
Wow.
Did y'all hear about Lil' Kim house being up for sale for $100?
Wow.
Oh, no.
Did y'all hear about
Foreclosure?
Jay-Z running from the SEC?
Wow.
Puff Daddy and Revolt done laid off all their workers.
Uh-oh.
A third.
Oh.
You can stay, Phil.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm incognito because Zoe trying to start some stuff tonight.
Hey,
blaming ladies for divorce.
I must start the conversation. I must. Also in the building, we got Mimi Dukes, Michelle Dukes. If you know her, you get to call her Michelle. Otherwise, she's Mimi to yo ass. Keeping it real Thursday nights. Accelerated radio. Speak on it.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Mimi, and you know I'm keeping it real. What it do?
And then our resident clinician.
Hey.
She likes to throw her intellectual weight around. She steps on people. She cuts people off. She talks through them. But
we love
she's very smart.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tiff Talk in the building. Speak on it.
Again.
Hey. And the resident crabby curmudgeon. She's a freaky conservative. She wants to be dicked down by a righteous man.
Damn straight.
Lord have mercy. She's a Scorpio. She's inflexible, and she will shit on a birthday cake. It's none other than
Now shit on the birthday.
Shit on. I might
Donnie
stick my
Keith, a.k.a. Peaches. What up, Peaches?
I might stick my fingers in your cake, but I'm not going to shit on your cake. I might like scrape my nails across it and say, hi, everybody.
Technically, that's shitting on the birthday cake, but okay, cool. All right, fine. And we're done here with the intros. Ladies and gentlemen, I got a couple of things to promote. I want you guys to support these businesses. I'm rocking one right now with my Assyrian royalty shirt on. Look at that, ancient Persia.
Oh, I
on
like
me
that.
right now.
Ooh.
With the lotus petals and all. This is what the king wore. Omar is the company out of New York, fashion designer out of New York, brother from Jamaica. Check him out. You saw Nicki Minaj in his gear during Coachella. Yeah, the dig. This is a fly, talented artist right here. Please support Omar. Also, you see I'm turned up. You see I'm quick. My mind is sharp. That's because of Total Package Energy. Neural enhancer, energy shot, amino acids, no sugars, no carbs. It's the coldest energy drink. If we don't get 80 cases sold today, you niggas are a failure at the number to dial. No, we got to do it. 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 Go support that black-owned business. TotalPackage.com. Also, The Relationship Dismount, my latest book. You feel me? My relationship book that came out in 2015. The Relationship Dismount, How to Stick the Landing When Exiting a Toxic Relationship. Available in paperback form on Amazon.com. 12 chapters, exercises at the end of every chapter. You got to get your copy now. We want it to trend on Amazon.com. We want 80 copies sold before the month is out. We're only at 10 copies for the month, which is relatively a copy a day, a little less than.
Yeah.
We see y'all. Y'all got to get out there and make this crack. You under dig?
Underdog.
Dial for tonight's topic is 323-230-4610. I'm not there yet, but you need that number, 323-230-4610, because we're going to be talking to a lot of you. And then on my feet, I got on some fly Android ohms. Listen, I don't want to take my shoe off. But this is what you got to do. Android like the phone, Ohm, H-O-M-M-E, www.androidohm.com. Android like the phone, Ohm, H-O-M-M-E.com, androidohm.com. Go there and look up the cream-colored sunset boot. I'm rocking it now.
Oh, he in here fly with his shirt and his sunset boot. You gonna have somebody bend over and let you sit on their back around here. It won't be me though. Didn't you say the king sat on the women's back?
I don't know if I want to sit on a human.
You know what?
What kind of wild shit? Okay, let's get away from peaches. Let's get to tonight's topic. Phone lines are open. We about to jump right in. Ladies and gentlemen, the number to dial is 323-230-4610. That's 323-230-4610. Tonight's topic. The failure of black marriages.
Boom.
Damn it. 70% divorce rate?
I thought it was higher than that.
Females, first marriage.
Jesus. It's getting ugly.
Yeah.
It's getting ugly, ladies and gentlemen. I've got some questions to rattle off. Are black men more, less, or equally marriage-minded as black women? Do black men pursue it, want it? Or the richer the brother, the less likely he is to marry because he has so many options. The number to dial is 323-230-46. Get to your phone lines right now. Are black women to blame for the high failure rate of black marriages? Which do you want? Your relationship with toxic ambition or your relationship with a qualified suitor? Jesus Christ. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. True or false? Most black women are single and have never married, but a few will end up tying the knot at some point. 70% will be divorced in less than a decade. True or false? Jesus, we've got questions. Oh my God. Are you trying to relive your grandparents' marriage when them two motherfuckers slept in two separate rooms and didn't like each other for the last 25 years of their life?
Right.
We can't be like I Love Lucy in the same room, two beds. But the space in between.
No, I need you to spoon
You know that
me.
was fake.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
He was Latin. That's why he had to sleep in the other one.
Let's just get down to it.
Arriba.
Is marriage only for wealthy people? Which tells black people stop doing it because you ain't wealthy. You only have 2.6% of the nation's wealth. Marriage is not for you. Cohabitation, on the other hand, is. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. True or false? Divorce is for spouses, not children. How many sisters you know drag the kids in? Eek. Pick a side. I hate your father, so you must too. The number to dial.
Right.
Right.
323-230-4610. You're listening to the voice of reason. I'm ZoWilliams. It's going down. The failure of black marriages. Special guest Antonio Moore. Antonio, I asked a crap ton of questions.
Yeah, you did.
Why do you think black people are struggling, suffering when it comes to matrimony? Happily ever after. Was Disney only talking to white folk? Yikes.
Oh, Zoe, you said 2.6. I think we down to 1.5 now. I think it done came down. Folks got less than they had when that number came out. If I had to say why, I guess my thing is I think we believe we black colored white people. You know, not a lot of black folks start off understanding slavery is in your background and what that means. I wish I could show somebody their great-great-grandfather. How he didn't brush his teeth, how emaciated he was. I'm just saying, where we're at right now is the most important factor, according to University of Michigan, came out 3 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
Study comes out, says the most important factor in determining your wealth is your grandparents. Not your parents, not your own work, your grandparents. That ties you into the New Deal and a number of other factors.
Explain the New Deal.
Oh, man. Before the New Deal, wasn't no white middle class. They was eating clay and all. They was living poor. The New Deal created a whole environment for white people to own homes.
So the New Deal created an entirely different class for white peasantry.
They created a whole different structure for race.
Speak on it.
So you basic, without me getting into too much detail, You have a structure.
No. Detail in this motherfucker.
Oh,
go ahead.
God. Ever since Zoe put that shirt on.
I know.
The royal god king of area.
Speak. Spoken.
Oh. Nonetheless,
I knew it.
we're coming out of depression. We got to pull people out of that. So what they and you got to realize some of these white folks is in the mountains, the Appalachian Mountains, threatening to revolt. So what they do is the richest people realize these people is literally really might revolt.
Right.
So they create a whole new structure of the FHA and home loans, and there were no home loans. You need to build your house lumber before that. So inside of this structure, you had the rise of a new white middle class. You had all kind of contracts and government jobs and all kind of the rise of a white middle class. Black folks was shut out. So black veterans, black regular folk, black folks was largely shut out. Pick up the book Color of Law if you want more detail. But in a sense, where we're at now is we believe that we still in 1950.
What do you mean by that?
Well, when you think that your man is supposed to give you what your granddaddy was supposed to give you.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
Lord have mercy.
When you think your man is supposed to give you what your granddaddy is supposed to have left you, what it creates is a confusion that the wrong person is shorting you.
So hold on, ladies, because I need you guys to hear this, because this man is tearing down our beliefs about marriage, and I fucking don't appreciate it. So we're going to go a little deeper. Are you telling me that the only way marriage works for black women is if they are married to a prince like Miss Markle?
No, I'm not saying that necessarily that extreme.
The wealth.
Not that extreme, but definitely down the path of, and it's not just black women. It's in America, you gotta have bread. We're not in Nigeria or Mexico. We in a first world country with first world demands. But what we see when we start dealing with the construct of expectations is we expect this individual man, also comes from slavery, to deliver on promises he don't know he shouldn't be making.
Right.
And he don't always mean to lie, but if you hear a lie, like I can fly, you got to be able to call that out and say, nigga, you only got a cape on.
Right.
You only got a cape on with a fan underneath
it. Hey, Zoe, you ever seen a chicken get shot out of a cannon?
Yeah.
For 4 seconds, it thinks it's flying.
Wow. So, you paint a bleak picture. Take somebody like Peaches. She got married.
That's when Peaches, was that when En Vogue was hot?
Actually, no. I got married after En Vogue. I got married in 2000, and I got divorced by 2004. But when I got married, it was for the wrong reason. Because I mean, the guy was nice. He's a good dude, everything. But I didn't marry him out of love. It was more out of, I think we were just comfortable with each other's personalities, and we felt like we could, make it work, but it didn't work, of course.
Why didn't it work?
It didn't work because, as I told y'all before, and for y'all that's just hearing this story, he told me that he felt like he was holding me from something better.
He probably knew he didn't have no money.
That was a big problem because we both worked. I was a barber. Barbers don't make a whole hell of a lot of money, but we not hungry either. Barbers make cash every day. So when you make cash every day, that means you got to keep track of what you're spending, your taxes. You got to write everything off. My husband worked as a truck driver, so it was a little different for him. He knew what his W-2 said. I could float mine a little bit. He couldn't do that. So money became a problem. I had a son in high school, and that's expensive. He had little kids that he didn't want to be bothered with. So it was a lot involved. But the main problem was money. He felt like he didn't have enough to propel me where I needed to go. And I ended up finding out later I did have places to go artistically. But he saw it on me before me.
Let's just get down to the nitty gritty. Black people social cognitive dissonance.
Yeah.
We trying to have shit that wealth only permits you to have comfortably.
Right.
See, now we can have some shit, but it's gonna stress us because we don't comfortably have it. Like, for instance, I was kicking it with Exhibit. Everybody know me and Exhibit go way back. I was part of the formative years of his career.
Mm-hmm.
And Exhibit said, listen, man, we sitting in his car. It's a fucking Rolls Royce or some shit. And he said, dude, the only reason why I have this Rolls Royce is because I can afford it 3 times over.
Right.
He was like, my grandfather told me, don't buy shit unless you can afford 3 of them. And he said that pertains to houses, cars, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now, that was their, mindset on how to manage money or take care of money or whatever. It might not sound today, but...
No, that's a good sound.
But Exhibit was very clear. He was like, man, it's easy to get caught up being a celebrity and trying to keep up with people who are really rooted in celebrity, like rooted in the wealth side of it. He said, I can't keep up with these executives.
Right.
The motherfuckers at the top of the food chain. We're the talent. And the way most of this shit is set up, the talent gets pennies in comparison to the infrastructure. Like, for instance, say somebody who builds sets.
Okay.
On the television shows.
Set designer. Mm-hmm.
They're part of a union. They're going to always have that gig.
Right.
And typically they make just a whole shit ton of bread.
They make more than a lot of the actors on the set do.
But the actors are in and out.
Mm-hmm.
They could wake up tomorrow and be like, you know what, this show's canceled.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite shows just got canceled.
What?
Lucifer.
Oh, I haven't watched it.
After the 3rd season.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but guess what? Those people who build sets and do all that shit, they're on to the next set building.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So there's a level of consistency there.
Mm-hmm.
So if marriage is a business and black people only have 2% of the nation's wealth, who has the rest of the wealth, pimp?
Well, natively whites.
How much?
They have over 90% now.
So white people have over 90% of the nation's wealth.
Yeah, richest country in the world.
Okay, can you break down some of the numbers? There's some solid numbers here.
Well, looking at black folks, top 5% of black families, all you need is $350,000 hard. In this whole country, there's 20 million black families, like 350,000 have more than $1 million. They primarily almost all boomers. That's their house, pension, and everything else. The presentation of the black millionaire has basically made black people kind of like zombies, wealth zombies.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even understand. You ever seen somebody that know what numbers are supposed to do but don't know what a number is?
Exactly.
You ever seen that before?
No, I have.
Knows what numbers are supposed to do but don't know what a number is.
Right. No.
And so like where we're at is like a lot of the race doesn't really understand what it means for white folks to own all the productive capacity, almost all the rural land, almost all of the wealth.
How much of the rural land is livable?
I don't know that number. Know that.
You gave me this stat.
Livable?
3%.
Yeah, I deal with numbers all the time. Forgot that.
It's 3%, right?
Something like that.
Urban livable land is 3%.
Yeah.
Right? The rest of this shit is wilderness and waterways and lakes and rivers, and the rest of this shit is uninhabitable.
Mm-hmm.
Mountains and shit. You in the dig? 3%. How much of the 3% do white folk own?
Probably almost all of it. like the reality is, it's not, and on top of owning it, they own all of the infrastructure. It's funny, I just read an article on Vanity Fair about Kanye West, $53 million in debt. And it's a real good expose that talks about how he didn't know what he was doing when it came to fashion. There were a lot of failures that we didn't even hear about. And this whole idea.
We can see that, not to cut you off. Go ahead.
But you just did. Thank you. It's fine. Go ahead.
Yeah. And the whole idea you have to fail to succeed is, I think, an overstated like mythology, because it's a bunch of white folks that ain't failing to succeed. Or if they fail, it's like Donald Trump failing. That kind of failing where you still got $20 million.
Right.
But Kanye West, the amount of money that he poured into fashion to even be recognized was millions of dollars in debt. And
Wow.
and he himself said at one point he had $53 million in debt. Now he says he's not, whatever it is. But nonetheless, the article kind of breaks down just in fashion what it took. So when you look at oranges, when you look at eggs, when you look at cows, when you look at military weapons, that what we've created now, bringing it back to the family unit, is this idea of the black family that's undergirded without the wealth for that idea to exist.
Exactly.
And so I come back to your example. I don't know where he got that from. That this idea, you know, I think about the show Atlanta and Earn in the show Atlanta. This and I contrast it to Issa Rae and Insecure. There's this weird like kind of thing inside of black males that I ain't good enough.
Exactly, and to just reiterate on that,
no,
I just want to add to it. It's because of the simple fact that he saw my grandparents who had a lot of money and were they came in town. It was a big family thing, and I see that was a big turning point in our relationship as to how we dealt with finances. He felt like Tone said, I'm not good enough for you. I see what your father is. I see what your grandmother is. I see what your grandfather is. But what he doesn't know is there's a lot of dysfunction behind that. So it didn't matter that they had money. It was a lot of bullshit that came along with that family unit, but you seeing a pretty on the outside.
I want to add to that. I want to add something that kind of gives. I have an article on Newsmax right now where I talk about Donald Glover and Kanye West. A line in there that kind of frames how crazy that is for him to think that way. Not because of their dysfunction, but because this ain't that moment no more.
Exactly.
They got lucky and got born in right after Dr. King. You know, we like to think of people who was young in the 70s as though they was young in the 60s. People that was young in the 70s was having fun.
Yeah.
They was the go-go generation. They wasn't safe. They wasn't. It was just a let me say a solid time to be in a lot of black chocolate cities, Los Angeles included. That's not today. And I think because we don't understand context, we don't understand this line. We live in a time where the level of inequality in the United States for those who work for a living is described by famed economist and author of the book Capital in the 21st Century as probably higher. This inequality is probably higher than in any other society at any time in the past, anywhere in the world. The context of, and even what Exhibit said to you, that's our problem, I think, is that a lot of like black people are telling me about their granddaddy, and I don't want to hear about your granddaddy. Like the wealth data is now, we did a 67-page report that kind of laid a lot of stuff out. The black middle family has less wealth than the white poor family. The black college graduate has less wealth than the white high school dropout. When you start seeing these kind of indicators, what you start to realize is that we don't have the structure for the stability of marriage. And then so
this goes back to my point. I'm glad you guys went into great fucking detail here. Probably overkill. I feel like the ant that just got hit with the sledgehammer. That's fine. But what I'm saying, what I'm trying to get to, and people will say I'm pessimistic, because of the 3 women on the panel here, 2 of them have been divorced. Is this shit not for black people?
That's 66%, though.
I'm just saying. Is marriage simply not for black people? And if it's not,
I'm sorry, I couldn't even.
I'm gonna go to y'all. If it's
I
not,
see you to see if you were done or not. I was like,
if not, then what kind of marriage construct should we create? Because clearly, following the dominant society, the society that has generational wealth, that has turned marriage into a business, right? It begs the question, what the fuck kind of love business are black people running? This shit ain't even a mom and pop corner liquor store. What kind of business is it if it fails at 70%? Tiff?
well, one of my points was going to be that, not that I don't think, like the data shows us in regards to wealth specifically that marriage is not for black people and it wasn't intended for us.
Jesus.
You know, it's a white, in the United States, it's a white system. It was intended
to protect. We can't marry? Is that what you're telling me? It was intended
to protect white male wealth, not even women. Like that's kind of part of the feminist movement is white women realized without their man, they had nothing, and which is why they stayed married.
Let's go deeper.
They didn't have the money. They didn't have the resources. They didn't have the access to even leave. They knew if they left their husband with their kids, where were they going? To move with their parents. They had no jobs. They had no income. Within the new era after World War II, when, or during World War II, when all the men are gone and now women are working, like that created a whole system like that. It created a situation the system wasn't even meant for. So now women feel entitled to some shit that they were never even supposed to have. And then black women, like the whole revelation came and they thought because white women had it, we were supposed to have it. When have we ever had what white people had? Black people are so delusional.
Hold Hold on, because you just slapped us upside the dome piece on our way home from Jones Beach. So now I need to understand something.
Mm-hmm.
Are you telling me that when it comes to upwardly mobile, high-educated black women, they are modeling white women?
Yes.
Oh,
I'll use myself as an example.
Speak on it.
I would have never been able to marry my ex the way that I wanted based on my vision and most black women's vision of marriage had I not been half white. My parents paid cash out of pocket, wrote checks for 75% of our wedding. That tradition of the dowry and, you know, the bride's, family pays for everything. Legit, like, that was the annoying part that I realized. Like, on my wedding day was fucking beautiful. The shit was fuck. But like my mother-in-law got up and literally handshook every motherfucker at the wedding. What? To front like she had some part in that shit. $300 is what my in-laws put in on the wedding for the reception dinner. Not my family and me paid for this shit.
Hey, look, this is all we got. Now you're gonna take this $300 and you're gonna be happy. You're gonna jump the broom. You're gonna $300, goddammit. Now, let me address somebody. Let me address somebody in the chat room. Let me address somebody in the chat room because a lot of times people think just mentally it's almost like being in a car with one gear.
Right.
Like, how you gonna shift gears? You can't. You only have one mentally. People don't they think in stereo. They think right? Oh God, this person just said something that pissed me off. It says the other day Zoe said black people stay together more than whites. That is true, dumbass. I have to acknowledge this.
Right.
Right.
Just because we fail at marriage doesn't mean we don't keep trying with each other.
Right.
The statistics say black people tend to stay with black people more than any other race.
Right.
Even though when they try to get married, they tend to fail marriage. They just go try with another black woman. They just build another relationship with somebody else. I'm just saying. The other day, Zoe said, how did you get tripped up?
Zoe.
One gear minded, having ass motherfuckers. Go ahead, Tom.
I got another one. And this is one of your moderators, so I'm not gonna go hard. TRZA said TIF marriage was parentally subsidized.
Right.
All of them are.
Well, especially white ones.
They're supposed to be anyway.
See, this is the thing. No, see, this is where we're at right now. A lot of y'all finna find out you don't have enough to be here. America costs a certain amount. Let me tell you a book you can get called Dream Hoarders. It was written last year. What it said is that you got to be in the top 20% of America to have access to the American dream. But he don't give you the number. I'm gonna give you the number. 600 hard.
Right.
You need
600,000.
All you can hard. However you get there. If you got peanuts in the back, you got chickens, horses.
Explain to them what 600 hard means.
Cash, liquid.
It means when I take all of your assets and all of your debts, what you have in worth is 600,000. Understand this though. Only probably 1.5% or 2% of Black America is worth more than 600.
Right.
So this is the conundrum we have. And understand that 2% is all boomers that are retired, that's their pension, their house, they in Los Angeles and in New York. Working age Black families should have been done politics because you don't have enough for So what happens, what I realize, and I know I'm jumping the gun, is a lot of these women are marrying goobers.
Goober. Please explain.
From Atlanta. Nice guy, makes a lot of promises, but it ain't never gonna work. And so, like, what's weird is afterwards for me, and
baby, please, baby, please.
For me,
I got you, baby, please.
I need to watch Atlanta.
Everybody's asking me for a solution, and I had this conversation with Yvette. I can't give you no solution because I ain't divorced. And I always looked at people who had big red flags. See, how can I help somebody who, when they saw a red flag, saw green?
Wow.
And kept going.
I saw a red flag many a time in life and made a hard decision, said this ain't gonna work.
Deuces.
And I understand that in the end you could say, well, you gonna end up with nobody. Well, you end up with nobody too, except you just got like a bill.
Wow. Wait. Are you?
Oh yeah, we going in today.
Are you telling me?
That's why I got my shades on.
Are you telling me
He got on his low.
Don't have me do this.
Are you telling me that sisters have a better understanding of how to manipulate this situation than men do? Meaning, most men are oblivious to the fact that marriage and having kids is a bad deal. It's become a bad deal. It's not the same situation as it used to be.
Who kids?
Because again, those kids cost bread that we don't have according to the wealth gap, right?
More than ever.
So again, how much does it cost to raise a child? $500,000, huh?
To get them through college and all that?
I mean, to compete at UCLA.
Are we talking about the way that our parents did us or the way we expected to do our children? Because the way our parents did us is they kind of left it all like it's your problem. But what we trying to say is we going to pay for our kids to get through school and leave them retirement. And no, not in this era.
So we need $500,000.
To get you through?
So what is the average black family worth without the family, or the middle family worth without the family car?
$1,400. So how's this math working?
I can't even cheerlead.
How
on
much
them
is
prices.
the middle white family worth?
In LA?
In LA.
300 hard, 100 liquid?
300 hard, 100 liquid.
Yeah, regardless of age, regardless of education.
How much is the black family worth in Boston?
$8, $200 in LA liquid.
Oh no.
We don't see this.
So
is the
we
thing.
shouldn't be having no kids, and we shouldn't be starting.
Let's talk about what let's this way. We failed in politics because this stuff should be a lot cheaper for us because we built this country.
Will Bitcoin save us?
If boys help us. Manage it. I'm just saying.
Go at him.
All right, so I'll do it on my show.
Okay.
You know what you did, Zoe. Shut it.
He set it up.
He sure did.
No,
He set that right up.
I had a hell of a conversation with my homeboy Kevin, and Kevin is pro Bitcoin, and I just don't. I got Bitcoin.
But this is the thing. All of that is back to personal choice. We just gutted all of that in our 67-page report that I did with Duke University. You can see the article on Fortune magazine. I did it 2 weeks ago. What I'm saying to you is all of this is the reverse angle of a white person saying it's your fault that you. It's the same as Kanye.
So this is a bootstrap conversation.
It's worse than that. It's saying that black folks are poor because they're not making the right decisions. It's just coded in Black Lives Matter.
Well, wait a minute. Didn't an article come out recently that said if black people harder, they did a poll.
Yeah.
They polled white people and they said black people would do better if they tried harder.
Yeah, but I just gutted all of that by just explaining.
Now, again, to say that is to ignore the systemic kind of, like, people don't understand what redlining is. So when we talk about a systemic blockage, right? So even
so go further. Black people don't know they black.
But again, even Quincy Jones told me, he was like, well, when I bought this house, when I first got here, there was a stipulation that black people couldn't live here.
Right.
But because my fame was bigger than my blackness, according to the realtor, I could get the crib. But really, there was a red line that said you can't really be here.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So explain the neighborhood real estate red line. What is the code? What was the book?
Color of Law.
The Color of Law. Explain that book and the purpose of it. Because a lot of black people think if I get money, that means I got power and I can live anywhere. Explain how, for a long time, systemically, it wasn't like that. And it probably still isn't like that in some areas.
Look, I interviewed Thomas Shapiro, author of Black Wealth, White Wealth. He came up with the term racial wealth gap. And I told him like this. I said, did you mess up calling this a gap? Because all the black folks I talk to think that they in the right. He said, I apologize. Ain't no apology, Shapiro. Hold up. I said, we should have called this just like black and white and left it like that. Because I think slaves knew that they was more behind than black folks today after college.
So slaves are just aware, like, we slaves.
Yeah, we slaves. But like today, these
we
black
slaves
folks
without a boss.
Yeah, because we say gap, they think, but $200 versus $300,000 is not a gap. And so what you end up with is this reality where a quarter, by some accounts, I listened to Shapiro say this in a forum, a quarter of white homes can be traced at the seed. What you have now, infrastructure that if one black person moved to a neighborhood, that entire neighborhood was marked red as far as FHA loans.
Wow.
So it made us like an infestation. Even if we had a good job, even if we could pay the bills.
It's almost like you guys have a bed bug.
Yeah. And so it made white people
fucked up your whole neighborhood.
fucked
There's
up
a
your-
bed bug over here.
Yeah, and so,
Yeah.
but it kind of exaggerated the impact of already coming out of slavery because it kept us in. They also made the only neighborhoods we can live in next to one landfills or next to
trash.
The horrible worst part. We didn't get the boost. They said that I saw by one account, 1983 and 2009, for every dollar of increased income, white folks saw $5 in the increase of wealth for every dollar, whereas black folks saw like 87 cents. But understand, we now live in America where your kid got to go to UCLA just like they kid. We now live in America where your wedding, they don't say they got black flowers. They got one kind of flower, the lily, and it ain't no price. And so now what you have is a lot of black folks that want to shop at Trader Joe's with money from this lifetime. That white person that you next to isn't shopping with money from this lifetime. They shopping with money from 2 lifetimes back.
Wow.
And people will say, well, that's not all white people. Well, in our study, what we find is that in the lowest quintile, the average white family has $18,000 in worth.
So hold on here. Hold on. I read the 67-page work. And in comparison, the lowest white family to the lowest black family, the lowest white family is 18,000, but the lowest black family is 0.
Negative, really.
Right. Negative, right?
In the middle, they actually have more than the middle black family, the lowest white family.
So now we're getting down to it.
Yeah.
Are you telling me that money, because I always say, if, you have astrology, and then you have astronomy. Right. Astrology is the religion, astronomy is the science. Are you now telling me that race is the religion and classism is the science, and the tool to keep the classes separate is money?
That's interesting.
That's
I go a route of saying, for black folks, we need to just worry about being black folks. All the class, the Cosby Show came around, thought they was rich. Cosby Show, niggas really knew that Uncle Phil couldn't buy that. That house was like $25 million. It was probably
Uncle
like
Phil
Cliff. You mean?
I switched. I know I switched.
Oh, the Fresh
I'm
Prince.
saying when they showed Uncle Phil's house in Fresh Prince, how many people knew that a judge can't buy no $10 million house
in real life
in the
Nobody.
90s?
In the 90s.
Nobody knew. So what ended up happening is a whole bunch of people, they don't really know that education don't lead to wealth the way it does. They don't know what job is supposed to buy what.
But hold on. You're destroying everything. There's people in the chat room now. They're exacerbated. Yeah. They're flabbergasted. They don't know what the fuck to do now. Wait a minute. Wait the fuck a minute, Antonio. What are the solutions? How do we get out of this? Are you telling us to just love each other from a space of poverty? What are you saying?
Well, I tell you right now, you poor already. So you can love each other while you poor or hate each other while you poor. You still gonna be poor. Damn. What I am saying to you today is that man ain't your reparation.
Not at all.
Wait, hold on.
Neither is that
Fuck
woman.
that. Hold on. Fuck that. Hold on. Turn off everybody, Mike. We need 30 seconds.
You're listening to Dash Talk.
Your one-stop shop for compelling relationship,
Political, religious,
comedic,
economic, current events,
and big-time sports game.
Biatch! I just needed a moment of prayer because this man just said, your man is not your reparations? Are you sisters? Are looking at potential marriage material and suitors to be the shoulders of the debt they've accumulated, not just personally, but intergenerationally? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, in some ways they don't know that that's what they saying. When they want a man who's gonna give me a house, a man who's gonna provide Like your giving you no sandwich. Your word provide is it might be taking care of somebody else's kid. It's like your word provide is giving you basically, let's do the math. Let me calculate. Hold on. The numbers. It's like $1 million. I'm saying, like it's not. It's so. And I think when we come back to the main question about marriage, I think a lot of people right now are falling in love with the projection over the reality of what the numbers say, and then they get in year 1, year 2, and they say it didn't work out, but it never was working out.
Right.
Wow.
What y'all always was talking about was some weird. And it's hard for me because I tell you on the first day some shit that. The weird shit right off the top.
Right.
I'll tell you right now, both my parents had me at 16. I don't know either of they pops. That shut me out as far as wealth. So now it puts you in a position where you got to take like long shots to try to make up. But then we got a city full of Laderites where it's because what
Ladera Heights for y'all that don't know.
You know, what we got a city that wishes for gentrification, just all kind of weird bubbly stuff.
Yeah.
But like what happens is that you don't know why that guy is so aracial. He don't or post-racial in his thoughts. It's because he don't really get what black folks is living like in Louisiana and in Mississippi. Understand this. I'm gonna say this and then I'll let it pass. Most of this stuff that I do, I don't have to do. I ain't no felon. I don't really gotta think about the wealth gap and all this stuff at this level.
Right.
But I do this because the rest of black folks are really being shut out, and it's a loud minority. It's a bunch of I use 3 groups. As people that got a white parent, like Tiff just said, you wouldn't even know that. I respect her honesty telling us. When I talked to Byron Allen, the first thing he said to me is that most blacks that he meet, young blacks that got a house, is because they got a white parent. You know, when they inherit it, you don't find black people inheriting a whole house. Or you got an African parent, or your parent is an entertainer. You know, he used to play the drums for Dizzy Gillespie or some old weird stuff. And so what we end up with is, what about every other black person? The rest, like, okay, that's 100,000 black people. What about the rest of us?
Wow.
Or they risking their life in the military to get the benefits too by us.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in to the Voice of Reason, earth-shattering information. Mimi, I know you want to be married.
I do want to be married, yes.
And in the face of all this information, like I said, if you're just tuning into the Voice of Reason, we're talking about the failure of black marriages with one of our special guests, author, radio personality, Antonio Moore. We're in Peaches. She had a divorce. We don't want to call her Peaches. Her name is Donnie Keith, comedian, actress extraordinaire. In the building is our girl, Tiff Talk, resident therapist. She's a sapiosexual too. You might see her twerking a little bit, but that's okay. She's still a genius.
Yes.
Right? And then we got Mimi. I'm telling you right now, Mimi is the Swiss Army knife of human beings. Owns her own store, her boutique. She's the modern
suit on there.
She's the modern day Walona.
She got a cat suit on, y'all.
Radio personality. We're just having a. If you married and you guys are holding it together, that's holding it together, and y'all doing the best you. And there's love in that. I'm gonna tell you right now, you on to that shit.
That's it right there.
Right.
You understand? You better hold on to that shit, because when you sit down and you face these numbers, they could be daunting. It could be frightening.
Yeah.
Fucking frightening. But the reality of it is, what makes people I'm talking about brothers and sisters.
Oh, man.
Because if a slave could be the property of somebody, find love. You're not the property of nobody today in 20, and you can't find love.
Ouch.
Something wrong. If a slave could be like, well, goddammit, we all we got.
We's gonna be
Situation, and you're going through a lot, but you found it. That's kind of like your out of it, part of your spirit, if that makes sense. Because over here you're getting treated bad, you're being abused, but over here through the, are you okay? She's rubbing your back. You guys are consoling one another. So I think the love outweighed it when people don't have money. Just like the hood has love, there's people in Nickerson Garden, there's bums that got a date. You
Right,
feel me? And they
right.
love each other. I've seen some laying on the ground and trying to keep it warm and stuff. So
We're gonna keep it warm.
yeah, so I think that when people run out of things, love is what they, they let love happen. See, when people got money and stuff, they love. Or they, oh, I don't want to get all like that with you. See, when you ain't got no money, like, got shit else to hold on to. So fuck it, let's be in love.
And I'm asking me, has ambition corrupted the system? Because we live in a capital. It makes relationships transactional regardless. But when you're at the major category, in every statistic, it makes even more ambition. And how does that affect being able to connect on a level?
Speak of, I think if they're chasing that and then they're dating people that are, they think falling short is. See, that person may not even be short. It's just that their belief of what they're looking for. People have expectations. And everybody's not going to meet your expectations. Dream something that somebody, well, shit, I need to concentrate on this anyway. The jail, they done fell in love with, got the, they like the way it's easy, no bills and shit. They just can go back. So, I know dudes, they come out of jail, they ain't out for 3-6 months, make a new baby and go the fuck back in. You know what I'm saying? The girl don't know he got to do it, or he just like the life, he banging, whatever his mode is. I think people, so they don't even know how to deal with society, jail, and be with that something they're familiar with. They don't have like they're not doing well, and it's so many things. Or they got a date and that up. I think the same thing, relationship when it comes to having money and wealth. I think that if, example, no hate on Nickersons. Hawkins Burgers, y'all. I be over there at the Watts Coffee House. I'm a real one. I go from the east, west, north, and south. Let me let you know. So I what it do. But look, I'm just saying, if somebody's over there and they live, feel like if they find love and they not hustler, they got options of girls. When people got more money, more people trying to get with them. You know what I mean? So if a dude got money versus a dude that don't, the dude got money, he might be quicker to get into a relationship because they can build together. Money, he like, shit, I can have all y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'll see you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and women are waiting in line just for that. So I said all that to say, I think it's important, that people get wealth. They can still reach back and find love.
Tell me the truth, Tiffany. Tell me the truth. Mimi just slapped the dome piece on our way home from Jones Beach.
As she always does.
Tell us the truth, Tiffany.
Yeah.
In order for you to get married again, what the fuck does he have to have? He got to be wealthy. His grandmama got to be wealthy. His granddaddy got to be.
He got to look like Boris Kojo with a ponytail.
He got to have a
I
ponytail.
saw Boris
Not
Kojo
Boris
this
Kojo.
week. That shit was ridiculous in real life. Anyway.
Oh, he's fine.
Ooh, that shit don't even make sense.
Because you're, what, 30?
30, about to be 31.
Just a fucking baby.
Baby.
So as a baby who's already been through the divorce machine.
Yes.
What do you have to have? What's your preference? Are you going to date a white man?
Oh,
what? Hold on. Hold tight now.
Oh.
There is a faction of sisters who are opting out of. They basically, fuck that.
Well,
I'm
not
gonna-
Meghan Markle, so that's not popping. That's not an option. I like black.
You would marry a white man?
I got this pictures though of Tiffany with.
There are pictures of white men that pre the 10th grade.
No, but listen.
So, but no, really, I mean, well, actually, the problem community is that for some reason, especially black women think that's the nugget. Fucking money is that Christian word marriage. I'm like, nobody said you can't have a faithful relationship and married. You can have all that shit and just not fucking be married. Wow. So like, And so I'm not saying like, forever love,
So,
but I'm
Tiff.
not to be part of that.
So, Tiff, you basically black love is caught in a social clusterfuck.
Right standard we've been watching on TV and brainwashed to aspire.
Need a kind of spiritual currency.
Right.
And I believe America, women are led to be relationally moral. When it could, and I'm just saying, not just black people, but I'm just saying when it funnels to we're broke, ambition, we go back to say Joseph Campbell. Joseph Campbell was asked, what
Your annual income ain't or your monthly income ain't shit because they already got that in savings because grandma and grandpa been giving them money.
I would say this. Dissonance. Fuck it, I'm gonna put myself out there.
Come on.
I would say the dissonance comes more from our sisters than it comes from our brothers.
Oh, absolutely. Because the brothers are the ones who have to live to the expectation.
No, brothers are attacked.
Yes.
There's a reason you had NWA fuck the police. There's a reason why you had P Boogie Down Productions.
Right.
There's a reason why you had Public Enemy. Because they were saying, we Public Enemy number one as black men. Yep. While black men are espousing that, black women quietly number one race and gender enrolled in college. And thus the number one race and gender that's graduating from college.
And for a while, the number one gaining home.
You
know how many? It's weird because I always say this. For a lot of black women about Mimi's age, like y'all went to a lot of baby showers and a lot of housewarming. It might have been in Rancho Cucamonga, but it was a lot of those.
And
it might have came
Palmdale.
from it might have came from that weed money going on. And so like America's a good place. It's gonna get back there for the reality of what America's been doing around you. But the reality of where we're at now is for a lot of us as black males, we didn't get the same benefit. A lot of our dudes went to jail, homeboys. A lot of our brothers, like the gap between just incarceration between black men and black women tells the story. The incarceration rate for black women is really almost like for black men that
we just saw a man getting choked out.
What I'm gonna say is that a lot of the stereo, like me and Mimi and I'll say Zoe's generation, we came up.
I'm not in your generation.
Anyway, we came up in an era where I think our generation is the last of that fairy tale image of Black America as far as marriage is concerned. And what a lot of these women don't realize, black women don't realize, is that these men are coming from broken homes already. Know their father. Half of them, like Tone said, was raising themselves in the streets. I know brothers that had to raise their brothers and sisters because their mama was crackheads. See, we came from that generation where most of these parents were crackheads or selling dope to people. And then that's people like Phil and Tiff's age. Those are the parents of that generation. So the fairy tale image should be gone. You know, I don't know how people still have where black people got to have the fantasy wedding, the fantasy this and that.
So I'm going to do this. Before I go to this caller, I'm going to start with, really quickly, give me one realistic, and keeping in context of all this information that we just, give me one realistic expectation for a black couple who wants to get married. One realistic expectation. Everybody's going to give me one.
You should find somebody that can go on this journey of life with you. You're gonna, so it needs to be someone that is a team player. I feel like when you meet them, you guys can build a team together and you go through journey of life together.
I can smoke a bag of that if I smoked. Tiff?
Her face is killing me.
One realistic expectation. You and a loves forever.
Don't.
God. Ramone.
You're gonna lie to each other. Do to get together.
Oh shit!
Right? It's human nature to lie.
Damn, Tim.
So don't bust a motherfucker down because they lied. To the why and how we gonna get past it.
Oh,
that ain't cool for you. As a black marriage, this shit ain't for you.
That was grown up. That was real grown. That grown and say.
Yeah, but that's because she
You
has.
talking about the Malaya girl, right?
I didn't want to put her name out there.
No, just I saw the show. I'm saying the
Wow.
truth. The truth is like I just need
Is there a bus we can throw some?
the truth. I mean, like a fictional character. And what they don't get is somebody who tells these people that they crazy. Because we tell black dudes that say crazy stuff. If a black dude the other day, I got 8 girls. We gonna say, ain't nobody got 8 girls. Ain't nobody can pay for that. But when a girl comes in and it's under sister power and say the same stuff, that makes the dude that work at UPS feel like he less than. What happens is we just say, well, let's not step on her toes. No, shut up. Like, UPS is a great job for you. The reality is being a teacher,
DHL,
all of that. But the problem that's happened is that wealth has outpaced the reality of what these jobs should pay people.
Or the black woman, man and woman's love of black celebrity. That's not a glamorous job. Yes, DHL.
So I thought you were talking celebrity.
No, I'm just saying, our love of celebrity and our desire to want to be amongst the stars makes that brown truck hella like
the other way too. I mean, you want to be 40 years old running up and down the court, or you want to be Halle Berry having an audition? What we saw in the Washington Post with the guy, her agent. Like, you want to do that? I'd rather take the job that's consistent.
Right.
I ain't got to give up my morals. Let's be real.
Wow. But see, this goes back to what I've been saying before. Everybody want to be in front of the mic. Nobody want to be behind the mic. You dig?
Or under numbers, though. Like,
Right.
Some of them don't, like, I'll take the dude.
I wasn't finished, but
I'm
thank
so
you.
Sorry.
It's kind of what you do. I love you. Go ahead.
I'm like, no bullshit, can't see you half the time, so I can't tell what the fuck, like, where the thought is.
You're going to have to sit next to me.
Oh, God.
Peaches, you got to stop hoarding this seat, okay?
No, it's fine.
No, I'm just
But, like, the reason why the guy at UPS might actually really be the winner is because he might not have gone to college, and he might literally, so a dude's like, yeah, I got a black card, I make this much money, blah, 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 blah. I got a great credit score, bloop. And I was like, so how much debt you have? Because you're going to lead with money, like how much I make. But I'm like, I also know a fucking doctor is coming out of school with $200,000 to $300,000 in student loans, and you only make $100,000 a year.
Yeah.
Damn numbers, though.
On our way home.
I'm crunching these numbers, like, but you have hella debt.
But you got to crunch it in reverse.
So the guy from UPS, okay, he ain't got no student loans. He probably paid for his little car in cash, and he can pay his rent, and everything else is in the plus.
You got to crunch it in reverse.
Man.
The average sister.
I'm sitting over here, 100,000 debt.
Boom.
Easy. Master's degree.
So why is it a deal for the UPS to
come
take
to
on
me?
your 100,000?
So that was the difference, because I understood wealth in different